This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
Today, we're going to dive back into our Reiki, our sound healing, and so much more that our friend here, of course, has in store for us. Excited to bring back Kristina Terzieva. She's and the founder, I should say, of Astraea Healing Connection, and she's joining us again to talk more about all the modalities that she offers. So welcome back, sweetheart. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me. Yes, I offer 3 energy healing modalities, Reiki, in the traditional Usui form, sound healing, and voice spectrum analysis. It's worth noting that I offer all of these as remote services. Thanks to the nature of energy healing, it transcends time and space, so that enables me to do it from my home and also enables my clients to enjoy either a Reiki session or a sound healing session from the comfort of their home or wherever they might be. I do not recommend listening to sound healing sessions while driving, but other than that, any other place is a go.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for being here, for joining us, and we're excited to meet with you again today. What did you want to kind of focus on for your listeners today?
Well, today I wanted to treat our listeners to a sound bath or a sound immersion experience. I thought it would be worth offering this opportunity because we talk a lot about sound healing, but we also ought to experience it for ourselves in order to fully believe in its benefits. Or not. I mean, I keep an open mind. There may be people who would listen to a sound immersion experience and decide, no, that's not for me. But that is also a learning experience. In this way, you find out what modality works for you and which one doesn't. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce the singing bowls, which I'm planning on using for today. And first of all, I wanted to mention the theme for today would be release, ground, and elevate. We all need to be grounded, release old patterns as we are in the waning phase of the moon, and that's a good opportunity to do so. And finally, we want to all elevate as we feel lighter and brighter. So I'm going to start with the first singing bowl, which is a copper and Tibetan quartz infused bowl tuned to the note of C.
Great.
It has a deep, resonant, grounding voice.
Okay.
And that corresponds to our root chakra. Then we're moving on up the scale. That is a moonstone infused bowl, which resonates to a low G. A low G is just a G, but to a lower octave. In this case, it is the 3rd octave, whereas the C was the 4th octave. Now we are going to ground a little more with D. This is one of my favorite bowls. It is a fairy bowl, and fairies help us a lot ground and elevate. They are mystical creatures, so here. That is going to bring us somewhere deep inside, so that's why I don't recommend driving while listening to those. They can induce some different brain waves, like the theta waves, and you don't want to be operating machinery, driving, or doing anything that requires concentration while you're listening to this.
Good to know. All right, go ahead. Never heard these before.
One of my favorite bowls. This is the Golden Flower of Life. It's tuned to the to the note of D.
Ooh.
It helps us connect with our higher self. Then we, of course, want to be able to speak our own truth, and that is a mini bow tuned to the tone of G. It has a very sweet voice.
Okay.
And finally, we have this bow, which is the baby bow, called also the grandmother bow, but it is iron infused and tuned to a high C. And this is the ultimate elevation point, one which connects us with the higher self. So I'm going to start the sound immersion experience with the silent blessing, and then I'm going to be offering this ensemble in no particular order. We'll see which bow wants to start first. And I'll invite our listeners to sit back and enjoy. And if you're in a car, please do not listen to this sound.
All right, thank you. Bring it on.
And so that was it, our mini sound immersion experience. I wanted to keep it brief so that we can stay within time, but this gives our listeners a taste of what it feels like to be immersed in those frequencies.
Sounds amazing. Wow. I feel good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And how does that work? Like, are you doing this? Like, if someone's on Zoom, like with me currently today, you could do this?
Yes, I can do this. Or alternatively, if we cannot set up a mutually convenient time, I do offer recordings, but I do collect a fair amount of information ahead of time so I know what to focus on when I craft the sound
Yeah.
immersion experience. This is just one of the sets that you saw today and you listened to. The other one is behind my back. Those are the sharp notes, and they are Imperium bows. The ones which I introduced today are alchemy bows, and they're
Wow.
slightly different in terms of the overtones of it, and also the tuning. The set that you just listened to is tuned to 432 hertz, which is known as the earth frequency, and that's basically the tuning of the A note in the fourth octave. That is 432, and so the set is tuned to 432 hertz. The ones behind me are 440, meaning that the A note is tuned to 440 hertz, and so the rest of the bows are tuned accordingly. And these are the sharp notes, as I mentioned: F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and D sharp, all the way around. And the ones that we just listened to were just what are called the white notes, or just the whole notes, not the sharps, but the C, G, and the D. When I choose the combination of notes, I usually structure those around the musical intervals, either the perfect fourth or the perfect fifth, which create a more harmonious sound overall. So that's basically the way to go about it. And then I take into account what issues the client might have. So I do either offer a recording or it's a live Zoom session similar to what we experienced today.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And wow, beautiful experience to do this today. It's something totally different, and I've never experienced anything like that. So this is fascinating for people that don't know. Let's tell them how we can reach you.
Yes, people can find me at www.astraeahealingconnection.com, and I'm on most social media platforms, most notably Instagram, but also Facebook and X, or formerly Twitter. And I most recently set up my own YouTube channel. It took me a while to get around to doing it. I guess it's sometimes fear of failure that stops us from moving forward. For some reason, I had some sort of an idea of what a YouTube channel should be, and was kind of paralyzed about creating one. So now I finally have it. People can find me on YouTube as well at Astraea Healing Connection.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Pleasure having you here again, and looking forward to the next time we connect. Okay, sweetheart? You have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. Bye-bye to all of our listeners. Stay
Bye.
tuned. We'll be right back with more. Thank you.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.